XRP's recent dip below 48 cents has triggered the XRP community with speculations such as, has Ripple sold a substantial amount of XRP to finance its Fortress acquisition? By the way, can sentimental events sustainably drive XRP price as the digital asset falls below 50 cents? Finally, Bard, an experimental AI project from global tech giant Google, has recently noted projected timelines for when XRP could hit $1, $5, $10, or $50, which I will be reviewing with you guys. Stick with me till the end to find out more. If this sounds like something of much interest to you, be sure to check out this new video starting now. Hello everyone and welcome to our channel, where we talk about the latest updates on XRP and the cryptocurrency world in general. If this is your first time watching one of our videos, we happily send you a special welcome. We invite you to hit on the notification bell so you never miss another video. We are announcing that this channel has a giveaway of 200 XRP. To stand the chance of participating, all you have to do is simply subscribe to the channel, like this video and comment with the hashtag XRP, and the winner will be announced on the 15th of September. While these claims remain speculative, they have nonetheless cast a shadow of uncertainty over the XRP market. Simon Dixon, an investor and Bitcoin maximalist, recently highlighted reports suggesting that, as part of the acquisition deal, Ripple covered losses suffered by Fortress customers in a recent incident. Dixon noted that he is a Ripple shareholder but does not own any XRP. Bill Morgan, a pro-XRP attorney, responded to Dixon's disclosure with a question many in the XRP community are now pondering. Could Ripple's acquisition of Fortress Trust and bailing out Fortress customers have been funded by selling XRP, thereby exerting downward pressure on XRP's price? However, Morgan also acknowledged that the broader cryptocurrency market experienced a decline during this period, so this might not be the case. Recall that the Fortress acquisition is Ripple's second largest purchase over the past 4 months despite the bear market. The firm also acquired custody firm Medico in May. Moon Limbo, an XRP community member and YouTuber, suggested that Ripple had a substantial reserve of funds even before the Fortress acquisition. He speculated that Ripple might not have sold more XRP than usual to finance the buyout. Morgan agreed, stating that it's a valid question to consider who bears the risk of Ripple's acquisitions and potential failures in business, Ripple shareholders or XRP holders. Notably, Mason Verslois, another XRP community figure and founder of Gold Squad, suggested boldly that Ripple might actually be dumping XRP. He noted that the firm ought to slow down on these sell-offs. Radhof Kahneman, a prominent and vocal figure within the XRP community, added significant depth to the unfolding narrative surrounding Ripple's acquisition of Fortress Trust. He highlighted that Fortress Trust had issued a statement on September 7th, revealing that they had been compromised by a third party in an incident that affected some customers. While this announcement was largely seen as an attempt at damage control, it also included a mention of big company news to come up later in the week. Little did the community know that this news would involve Ripple's acquisition of Fortress Trust. On September 8th, Ripple made the unexpected announcement that they were acquiring Fortress Trust. What made this announcement even more intriguing was the fact that it preceded the completion of the paperwork, hinting at a swift and perhaps urgent transaction. Then, on September 11th, the block reported that the incident experienced by Fortress Trust on September 7th had compelled them to seek a solution. Ripple stepped in and made a significant commitment, ensuring to compensate affected customers. WOK underscored the fact that Fortress Trust had strategically been removing photos of its leadership team from its website in recent months. The connection between Fortress Trust and Prime Trust, another crypto custodian, contributed to the intrigue. It was discovered that Scott Purcell, the CEO of Fortress Trust, was also the founder of Prime Trust. The story of Prime Trust was itself a saga. BitGo had initially planned to acquire Prime Trust in June but had abruptly backed out, leading to the intervention of Nevada authorities, who put Prime Trust into receivership. It was revealed that Scott Purcell had been writing on Fortress Trust's website as the founder and CEO of the company, endorsing BitGo as the leading company for the provision of APIs. This was the same BitGo that had walked away from Prime Trust, an entity closely associated with Scott Purcell. To further complicate matters, Bank Incorporated, a subsidiary of Prime Trust, filed for bankruptcy at the same time as Prime Trust. 3 of the pictures removed from Fortress Trust's websites included former execs at Bank, including Purcell. Bank now alleges that Purcell and his associates shifted the company's focus from payments to NFTs and then back to payments. Bank claims they then stole NFT-related intellectual property, personnel, clients, and computing resources to start their new venture, Fortress NFT Group. The firm is now looking to recover $9 million from Scott Purcell. WOK pointed out that Ripple has now strategically stepped in to acquire Fortress Trust, with its executives leaving a trail of bankruptcy and NFT tech. The XRP community speculates that such acquisitions and bailing out a company may have caused the XRP price to fall. Furthermore, data from the market tracking platform CoinMarketCap indicates that XRP is down by over 24% in the past 30 days. The digital asset now sits at $0.4775, which is precisely the point it was on July 11th. In particular, $0.4775 was about the price XRP traded before the United States court upheld that XRP is a digital asset, not a security. Given XRP's current situation, Benjamin Cowan, a renowned market analyst and CEO of Into the Cryptoverse, took to X to affirm his long-standing belief about the real market movers. According to Cowan, narratives do not drive the market. The CEO implied that accounts such as a positive outcome in a lawsuit involving a digital asset are unsustainable factors for higher prices. He asserted that XRP losing all the progress that accrued following the victory judgment is proof of his sentiment. Cowan believes the enthusiasm from such occurrences is often transitory, with the cryptocurrency reverting to its typical trajectory. Moreover, Cowan contended that what drives the market is liquidity. He believes the worth of digital assets hinges on the prevalence of ample liquidity rather than individual narratives. However, Yasin Mubarak, founder of Dizer Capital and a prominent figure in the XRP community, challenged Cowan's view. Mubarak pointed out that the bearish trend that XRP has suffered is not unique to the digital asset. He highlighted that the entire market, including bigwigs Ethereum and Bitcoin, are gripping significant downturns. Notably, information from CoinMarketCap confirmed Mubarak's view. Most of the top 100 ranked cryptocurrencies are visibly in red zones. Furthermore, another commenter countered Cowan's sentiment, saying, "Liquidity is available for deployment if the narrative is correct." The commenter argued that much liquidity is available in the traditional financial system but is used to earn interest. They contended that if more concerns about the stability of the traditional financial system arise, the liquidity will quickly flow into crypto assets. This formed the basis of their view that narratives call for liquidity. Now to the big question of the day: what does the Google Bard AI have to say about XRP's price? Please, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and also hit that notification bell to be the first person to get more updates about the latest happenings as regards to XRP. XRP has faced a series of swings and lows, especially amid the prevalent bear market. However, some investors are still optimistic about the future of XRP and wonder when it will reach certain price milestones. To answer this question, we asked Google's AI chatbot Bard to make projections for when XRP would hit $1, $5, $10, and $50. According to Bard, it is difficult to say for sure when XRP will reach these prices, but it provided some estimates based on the current market conditions and the project's development. Bard said that some analysts believe that XRP could reach $1 by the end of 2023. Poseidon, a prominent market watcher, forecasted last week that XRP could tumble to 28 cents before rallying to $1. Notably, XRP has been trading in a range of 40 cents to 50 cents for the past few weeks, and a break above this range could lead to a significant price increase, Bard emphasized. The $1 target is the most realistic price projection for XRP and would require a 108.5% increase from XRP's current price of $0.4795. According to Bard, reaching $5 would require a much larger price increase for XRP, but it is not impossible. Notably, this price target demands a substantial 942% rise. In July, finance platform Finbold surveyed experts on XRP's potential to hit $5. Bard noted that if XRP becomes one of the leading cross-border payment currencies, it could reach this price in 2027. However, it is also possible that XRP will fail to hit this target, as there are many other factors that could affect its value. Bard stressed that $10 would be a major milestone for XRP, requiring a significant increase in adoption and demand. A few days back, the XRP community weighed in on the possibility of this price target. Such a price would necessitate a rally of 1,985% from XRP's current value. Bard believes this could happen in 2030 if XRP is used to settle more transactions or if it becomes more widely accepted by financial institutions. A $50 price is one of the most ambitious forecasts for XRP. Reaching this value would be an extremely bullish scenario for XRP, and it would require a massive increase in adoption. In June, Y, a notable analyst, forecasted an XRP rally to $50. XRP would need to surge by 10,327% to hit $50. Bard argued that this is unlikely to happen in the near future, but it is not impossible if XRP becomes the dominant cryptocurrency in the world. Despite its reservations, the AI chatbot believes such a scenario could play out in the next decade or as much as 2040. Note that these are just estimates, and the actual price of XRP could be much higher or lower. The legal and regulatory clarity surrounding XRP is also a major factor that could affect its price. If the SEC's appeal fails to come through with the regulatory agency securing further defeat, it could bolster confidence among institutions and institutional investors to adopt XRP. This could lead to a significant increase in demand and price. Bard concluded by saying that the future price of XRP is uncertain. However, the project has solid technology and a large community. So we come to the end of this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, you can help enlighten others just like you have been enlightened by sharing this video to as many people as possible. Let's get this news everywhere, guys. If you are a true cryptocurrency fan, don't miss any of our content. See you tomorrow to talk about the latest news that concerns us all as a community.